the disembodied voices.
And
I'm the one that was talking to you, Lilith.
And we are live.
That's JoJo, our producer.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The one I've been talking with.
And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EVP'S, where we voice paranormal stories with Alan and Ghost Mafia. Today we have guests Lilith Nova from Peculiar Occurrences and
Hello,
Madzz
everybody.
Entertainment. I still got to pull up the chat yet.
Oh, yeah. So do I.
Now that we've gone live, it always takes me a second. So,
It always takes me a minute.
Why don't you tell our audience about your channel a little bit there and all that. Tell us about yourself.
All right. Well, we started our channel in January of this year. We kind of got into it, started watching YouTube, and then the first week in February is when we really started actually going out and recording and stuff. We started off doing abandon, and it just took off from there. We started catching weird things and sounds in our videos, and the paranormal aspect of it was developed as we went through. Each video we did, different things happened, and it kind of rolled into that field a lot more than it, I guess, was meant. But we really enjoy now. We used to watch like Ghost Adventures and stuff, so we really enjoy it and bring to light the history of the location that we go to. And yet the paranormal aspect as well, because I got different people that watch my channel and they like the history, yet they like the abandoned, and yet the paranormal at the same time. So we kind of took all three genres and put it together.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And is there any one particular place that stands out in your mind that you really want to go to, or maybe you've been to and have a story about?
Well, I'll talk about the one that we went to. It's on my video. It's called Abandoned House Gone Wrong. It was our very first actual paranormal experience. We were just recording. We came in and we got a really bad vibe as we came in. And then we filmed the house. I went upstairs and I'm doing my outro. And then all of a sudden, something either falls down the stairs or runs down the stairs, was what it sounded like. And turn, and there's nothing there, and we both bolted out of there, and my wife accidentally stopped recording, of course, but we got outside, and you could hear something banging on the walls, and this big, thick curtain was flying out of the window, and that, like, our hearts were going 90 miles an hour. It was our very first paranormal experience, and we went back and watched the video, and you can hear this little old lady just tell us to leave in this raspy old voice. And it's like, leave, and it was creepy. And then you could hear whatever it was started coming down the stairs, and it was crazy. It really was. And that was one of our most epic places that we went to, in the sense of how much paranormal activity actually happened in that house.
Now, do you have a video on that up on your channel or anything?
Yeah, I do. It's called Abandoned House Gone Wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
You told me that, but I'm sorry. Just scatterbrained. But no, man.
Yeah, we're gonna for sure check that out, Madzz, because that sounds pretty entertaining.
Let me give a couple of shout outs to some of the guys here in the chat. We got Tom Sargi in here. Talk about big timer. There, Tom Sargi in the chat. Elvis is here. Vesper's in there. Lee Loves Lily is in here.
Martini.
We got some big names in here.
Oh, yeah.
Got all about our martini.
World's greatest mod. HSFL Paranormal. What's going on?
How's it going, man? Oh, and Doug Paulson. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. So, Madzz, do you know? Have you ever met Lilith Nova? I'm terrible.
I have not. I haven't had the opportunity to, but that'd be awesome to meet her.
She has a show called Peculiar Occurrences, and it's been running for a while. I was watching some of the episodes today, and this is some pretty interesting stuff. Lilith, you want to tell us a little bit about your channel?
I had it muted. My channel, I started it around 2011, and I used to do vlogs and skits, and I still do that every once in a while, but now I mostly do peculiar occurrences. I started that about a year ago. I think I'm up to about somewhere around 40 episodes. I cover pretty much anything peculiar, ghost stories, Bigfoot sightings. Well, I'm just starting to get into the Bigfoot thing with Missing 411, if anyone's ever heard about that. Those are some stories of missing people that seem to may have some sort of paranormal, if not Bigfoot, things behind it. I'll also cover things like very rare diseases or historical finds that some people may think are a more advanced civilization that built it, while others say, you know, ancient Egyptians or whatever had built those things. Just stuff like that.
Awesome. Now, how do you hear about this stuff? This is, when you research, you just go like look for weird things on YouTube, or is it like how does it work?
Well, it's something I've actually always been interested in. I have quite a few of my own theories that I'm slowly sharing through my episodes. And I do dive deeper into them and come across stuff. Sometimes people suggest things for me to look into. And I really try to get to the truth of stuff, though. Like if it's a urban legend or a ghost story, I'll try to dig as deep as I can and try to figure out where it could have came from. And some things I can find reasonable explanations for, and some things I can't. And I'll form an opinion at the end, kind of let my audience know and ask you guys what you think.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, have you ever experienced anything on your own? Like, have you ever been out to any haunted locations or anything like that, or
like
Bigfoot hunts, or UFO sightings, anything like that? Like personal experiences?
Yeah, I have, which is why I've always had an interest in it. I don't know. Should I tell the story or
go for it?
Well,
it's 18 and up, so if you want to cuss, you can cuss it.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a significant ghost story. My only real, like, I can think of, my only real experience with a ghost, where I saw like a full apparition once, and that's one of the things that really kind of sparked my interest in all this. Is when I was about 16 years old. I remember it was summertime because I was up at like 3 a.m, and they used to air Star Trek Voyager at like 3 a.m. where I live. And I had cooked me a baked potato and was going in the kitchen to get it to go watch Star Trek. And the whole house was dark. Okay. And I walk out and I get my baked potato and I turn off the kitchen light, and the only light on is this little bitty, like night light in the hallway plug. And I go into the hallway to head back to my bedroom, and I see a woman standing in front of my door. And I kind of like do this thing, try to make it go away, and it didn't. And I kind of froze, but kept walking, like my legs kept moving, but my mind was frozen. And I wasn't sure what I was seeing because I could see my door through her. And I walked up there and just grabbed my doorknob. And when I did, my hand went through her side. And she kind of stepped to the side. And I remember she was about this much taller than me. It almost looked like she had short brown hair. And she just like stepped around me, and her shoulder went through my shoulder. And I just kind of like, I was frozen, but my head was following her. Oh, sorry, I came unplugged. My head was following her. And I just watched her go to the end of the hallway, and I kind of snapped back, and I like threw my door open, and light came out into the hallway from my room, and she disappeared. And I freaked out. I cried. I didn't watch Star Trek that night, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either. So have you actually like done filming of like the paranormal in like abandoned places or anything?
No, I haven't done anything like that. I've mostly, all the way up until this month, actually, I've been working with a webcam, so I can't go anywhere. But I just got a Canon SL2, and the videos I've been putting out this month is the first ones using that. So now I can be mobile if I want.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
We got some more people in the chat. We got Lisa Donaldson is in here. Herman the Great. What's up, Herman?
MS Gem.
Hey,
He
Herman.
says, oh, wow, it's Lilith Nova. So Herman must watch your show.
Oh, I love Herman. I go to his live streams a lot and stuff.
Yeah, I've been in there a few times.
Yes.
Maximilian's Moo's brother.
Yep.
And good old boys in here. Em is a gem. East side, Em. East side.
East side, yep.
Angel Nunez. President of my fan club. Lil Tuzu Mama. And James Sharpshooter, the Man Fam. What's going on, James?
Awesome people in here, like amazing family.
Oh,
That's what I call them.
Em says West Side. Mama Wolf Davis. Team McKenna. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Mama Wolf Davis.
So, Lilith, what is one of your favorite stories from your show? Like, if you had to pick one of your episodes that was your top favorite, which would you recommend? It's
actually kind of a little series I've been diving into, and that's the missing 411 stories. I did one on it either at the beginning of this year or around this time last year, explaining what missing 411 is, and ever since then I've been addicted to it, like finding out about the cases of these different missing people and how peculiar the dogs acted when they were trying to find them, and how the cases are just crazy. There's like it's off books that's written by a guy named David Pilates, and he used to be an officer that looked for these people, and he started suspecting wild men or people brought to his attention Bigfoot, and what really got me into it is a boy named Dennis Martin, and he is a boy that went missing in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, which is where I live. And then I found out that the head ranger tracker on the case was Dwight McCarter, who is the nephew of my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Now, wait, you live in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee?
Yeah.
And Madzz, you live where?
Basically in the same area. I'm about north of there, over by the Bristol, Tennessee area.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay.
You guys are practically neighbors.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is he grew up in Lansing, Michigan, where I'm from, and I moved away and live in Ohio now, but he's like, we both grew up in the Lansing area up in Michigan, and now you guys live practically next door to each other. That's crazy. Small world.
That is awesome. It is a small world, yeah.
That's a peculiar occurrence right there.
Yeah, it is. You know, you guys could like hook up and do like videos together and stuff like that too.
You never know. You could do like a on-location thing.
I just bought some, what are they called? Those
dowsing rod.
Yes, I just bought some of those. I could use them.
They work really good too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I'm just teaching myself. I lost my. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I lost the charger to my camera, and I looked everywhere for it. I tore my house apart, could not find it, and I started messing around my the rods and my ghost detector on my phone, and I don't really know how to use the rods, but I know how to use a pendulum. So I kind of started trying to use them like I would a pendulum and asking it questions, trying to find where this charger was. And my ghost detector on my phone said wooden, and every room I asked the rods in my house said no, except for my daughter's. Well, that afternoon, my kids got home and started helping me look for it.
Yeah.
They ended up finding it in my daughter's room in her wooden dresser.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was today.
It's moving stuff around on you then.
Right?
I know how that is. We had the same problem in a house that we lived in, Woodstock, Ontario here, and stuff would constantly get moved or placed in a different spot, or JoJo went missing, like her pendulum and a Bible. A bunch of other stuff went missing as well.
Now, Madzz, I know a lot of people that are into like the paranormal and paranormal end things usually do have activity in their own home. Is that something you experience?
So in this new house that we live in, no, I have not heard anything or seen anything. The house we used to live at prior to this, we didn't do this, obviously. We've been living here for almost a year and a half, but before we even got into it, I had a really paranormal experience before, and I actually seen like this heavier set man in my hallway, like to the point where I got the gun because I thought it was a real person. And I went down my hallway to see what it was, and there was nobody in there. I ripped my house, like opened all the doors, turned all the lights on, and like tried to look for this person, even checked the windows. But that was really the only paranormal experience I ever had in my own house. But here, we haven't had anything that happened. We always pray before we go in, and we pray before we leave.
We do the same thing.
That kind of helps us.
Yeah. Look who's in the chat. Lunatic Dad himself.
We do sage for all of our blessings and that, Mad, and it works great.
HSFL, we was trying to get you up here last week. If you want to come on,
hey Dad,
if you can get your email to us, we'll bring you up out of the chat this week. Stick around because that'll be probably here in the next 20 minutes or so. But definitely get us your email so we can bring you up there, HSFL. Because I know you had some stories to share and some experiences and things. So we'll bring you up. Just get us your email.
We will for sure, my friend.
I do want to say thank you, Vespar, for tweeting me and letting me know about this. She always pops in my live streams and stuff when we're doing live streams. We try to do it at a haunted location occasionally, and she always shows her support by popping in. So thank you very much, Vespar.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. She's an awesome person.
Look at all the famous people we got coming to the chat today. Boom, right? HSF Paranormal, Lunatic Dad, Mo Sargi was in here.
Yep.
No, not Mo Sargi.
Or no, Tom Sargi. I'm sorry.
Tom Sargi, yep.
Look, I'm terrible.
If it was Mo, I tell you.
Famous as Mo. I mean, come on now.
Right?
I don't usually watch Mo. I'm sorry, I don't usually watch Mo, but I have seen Mo's videos. I don't watch him on a regular basis, but I have watched Tom's. So I mean,
you don't watch Mo.
What can I say? I can't watch them all. You know what I mean? There's only so many hours a day, and when you're subbed to that many people, you can't watch them all. Boomerrock's like, famous? Me? Mr. Dutchy Dutch is in here.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Dutchy Dutch. How are you?
Lunatic Dad says, I have a ghost stuck in my body. It needs to leave me like F-bomb now.
Right? It's so nice to meet like new people in the community and get to know everybody, right? Like when when I first started, I did the paranormal channel. I haven't had time to really get everything going for the paranormal yet. I've got one video posted, but we know a lot about it, but we've just got no way to do the videos. We've got cameras, we've got everything else. It's just
all the places.
See, I'm kind of like Lilith. I'm all over the place. I mean, I've done dumpster dive videos. I've done how-to videos. I've done tutorial videos. I've done ghost hunting videos. I just finished I did the Night of the Living Dead Cemetery and the Night of the Living Dead remake Cemetery. I just got back off a vacation where I was at the Shawshank prison from Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
I uploaded that video and it wouldn't let me upload it in HD, so it's all grainy and everything. I'm still having the internet issues. I've got it broke down into 4 parts. I've got to re-upload it, and when I re-upload it, it'll be in high def and it'll be a lot better. But I had to do it in 4 parts because it was over an hour long, and it was so hard to get it to upload with the internet issues that I've been having here lately. But it's coming, guys. It's coming. I've got it all edited out. Now I just got to get it uploaded and all that good stuff. You ever had that problem?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all the time.
I get it sometimes.
Oh, look, if it isn't my internet, it's YouTube. If it isn't YouTube, it's Hangouts. It's nothing ever works the way you want it to.
My internet's been messing up bad last week. Like just the entire last week.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like this whole mountain range from, like the Ohio Valley down, just the whole region has been messing up like that.
Mm-hmm.
When I try to upload my last video, I try to upload it in either 720 or 1000, whatever it is, the highest quality I can, and it ended up going up in like 300 or something, and it's when I use my green light. And so in parts of my video, it's kind of grainy. And so I didn't like the video, but I did like the video. It's just that high definition didn't come through like I wanted it to, but it still turned out to be a pretty good video.
Lunatic Dad says, I seen that vid, Ghost. You're a beast. Yeah, I was crawling into like these little tiny... There's like one spot where this door is probably only 4 feet tall and maybe 1.5 feet wide. And I'm a 340-pound man. I'm crawling through this thing, and I get in there, and it's just this round room about the size of a table.
Oh wow!
It's got tile floors and everything in there, and it was creepy. But I got in there, and then I got back out, and then I'm going into like the jail cell where the guy set himself on fire and everything, and I'm like looking around for char marks on the ceiling and stuff. It was kind of neat.
Wow!
I was in the closet where the warden's wife had accidentally shot herself and died. Like she was reaching for something in the top cupboard, opened the cupboard, and the gun fell and went off and shot her through the rib cage.
Oh wow!
Died right there. And I'm like, who's trying to get something out of this top cabinet? I'm 6'2" with a 3-foot arm reach on me, and I still can't reach that top cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, what the hell was she doing going for a jewelry box on that top shelf?
Our parents and that must have hammers shrinking us down a bit then, because if they were that tall back then, oh my God.
Oh, that's just it. Back then, they weren't. People in this area weren't that tall at all.
That sounds like one peculiar accident.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of does, especially since it was like it happened in the warden's quarters in the prison.
Yeah.
It could have been something that got hushed and explained away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So something's set up.
Does someone have their YouTube thing?
Miss Green Thumb, don't always believe what you hear. LOL.
Mrs. Green Thumb.
Yes, don't believe what you hear, because I heard Lunatic Dad fell into a vat of toxic waste and came out a superhero.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't you believe it?
Ryan, turn your volume.
Mr. Dutchy Dutch says, guys, great stream.
Not you.
So now, do you get a lot of people? Do you do? I guess what I should ask first is, do you do live streams, Lilith?
Oh.
That is very rare. I'm been teaching myself. What is it called?
HSFL.
OBS
Okay, just give me a second.
for live streaming.
Mhm.
But that's very rare that I live stream.
Oh yeah.
I get kind of nervous live.
Lunatic Dad. So who is on the panel? This is Lilith Nova and Madzz Entertainment we have up here tonight. Lunatic.
Yep.
Yep.
For sure, Lunatic Dad.
Do you guys know? Have you guys seen Lunatic Dad stuff?
I've seen a couple of the videos. Just recently, I heard of him and just kind of watching one of the rants he was going off about like beating some guy up, some other dad. I don't even remember who he was gonna beat up, but I thought it was.
Oh, he was calling out Psycho Dad.
Yeah, that's what it was.
For
Psycho.
a boxing match.
Yeah.
For
Did that ever happen?
Nah, he Psycho Dad kind of backed out on him.
Yeah.
Jagger Nuggets. That's who it was.
Nuggets.
Mick Jagger Nuggets. But although him and Uber Goober Lady have had a roast going back and forth for a while now, and it's going to be coming to a head here soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to check his recent videos out just to take a look at it.
Now, Lilith, do you know who Uber Goober is?
No.
No, you've never. Okay. You should check out Uber Goober Lady because she also does like the missing persons 411.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's great. If there was any way I haven't seen her in the chat. I know that she's having some breathing issues due to she lives up in Washington and she's got fires on all sides of her, and the smoke comes into where she lives and she starts having the breathing problems and stuff like that. So, but if she were in the chat, I'd definitely bring her up here, introduce you to her because anytime that you have like missing persons and she works with a psychic to try to find missing persons and things like that too. So,
oh yeah, that's cool.
Great. Definitely have to check out Uber Goober Lady. But then again, she does just like you. She does the skits and things like that as well. And funny
What?
That sounds pretty cool with the psychic.
HSFL has joined the panel.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Welcome.
Hey.
What is she on about?
Do what, Brian?
Nothing. Just
Oh well, just never mind. I'll explain it after in that.
All right. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. HSFL, tell us about your channel and a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Actually, real quick, I gotta handle something because I'm kind of at work. I was just gonna share for a quick minute. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, I will be right back with you.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. No problem.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's mute him for right now while he's getting work done and stuff.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Ghost.
That's all right. That's all right. Emma the Gem says West Side, and yes, we have a lot of forest fires over here, and the air quality is pretty bad. They even canceled my kid's football game. Yeah, Emma's out that direction too. So yeah. The out there is really bad. I know that Uber Goober and Lunatic Dad were going to do their thing last night.
Hey, everybody.
Was having breathing issues and things like that. So.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm excited about the roast and that. Hey, Madzz, if you smoke, you can smoke,
Okay, I just wasn't for sure.
Oh yeah.
You haven't seen me smoking there? I've been
So
smoking.
what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, HSFL. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. So I pretty much do a paranormal podcast, kind of like what you do on here. I do investigations on another channel, which is Presence of the Unknown. That's my paranormal hunting team. We go all over the central coast of California, exploring different myths and legends surrounding haunted buildings around our area, and soon we're going to be doing the rest of California.
Awesome.
That sounds cool.
So is there any I don't know. I want to say it. Is there any particular event that stands out?
Yeah, the house where I live at is incredibly haunted.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched your streams before. You look like you live in a fairly newer style house.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, my house is only 15 years old, but the problem with it is it used to be an old mobile home park. Now they've ripped out all the old houses, but the old energy is still there.
Right.
And so, supposedly there was a woman. Hey. No, but she gave you this to go get the stuff.
She said she wanted Swiss chard, but I don't know what else.
Okay, we'll be back with HSFL after these messages. Let's see.
Yeah, I apologize about that.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
It's all right, man. It's 100% good. You know, like
trying to multi-manage stuff right now. It's usually the slow period. So, yeah. So there's a lady who occupies my house, a spirit of a older woman who had schizophrenia, and she mistakes me for her son. And so she is attached to my energy, and I do a lot of ITC research, spirit box stuff, use the K2 meters to communicate with spirits and stuff. And so that's pretty much the focus of my channel. HSFL actually stands for Helping Spirits Find Light.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Somebody actually asked me that one time, and I was like, I'm not sure. I don't think he's got it written in the description on his channel or anything.
Yeah, it's in my about page, and I believe it's in my description. But maybe I should start putting it in all of the videos too.
Definitely help out.
Oh yeah, then people are like, well, what does HSFL stand for?
Right.
Yeah, you'll probably get that a lot.
Yeah.
The craziest place that I've been to is probably well, we just did this investigation. We actually got a consultation to go to these people's house. And they were so scared of this house. They had only moved in there 3 months prior. And when they first did the house inspection, they found a body underneath their house.
Oh, wow.
And it was a skeletal remains next to a vial of poison. Now, they tested the DNA, what they could get off of it, and found out the cause of death was poisoning.
Oh, wow.
And
wow.
And they found him underneath the crawl space in this really creepy cellar. And not one of my members of my team wasn't touched, scratched, or we all heard EVP'S out of thin air at this house. It was just creepy.
Do they think maybe Bigfoot put him there? No, I'm just kidding.
Seriously, like that place was messed up. We did a 3 a.m. challenge on that page, and I mean, that was probably one of the most paranormally active places I've ever been.
Now, this is on your. Are we still talking about your property where you live?
No, this is actually on a consultation that me and my team had gone on Presence of the Unknown.
Okay, on your property. Let's get back to that a little bit.
Okay.
Have you tried anything to?
Yeah, so I have holy water at my house. I've said blessings to the spirit, but the thing is she doesn't know she's dead.
Well, that's kind of one of my theories too. Is when people pass away at an old age, most of the time when they pass away at an old age, dementia has set in, and
well, she had schizophrenia.
Okay.
And she died suddenly of a heart attack, and her son had already been dead for a number of years. And so she was alone and had no family members in the area, and they didn't find her body until 8 days later.
Well, I mean, when you get yanked away from life that fast from a massive heart attack, you might get yanked out so fast that you don't even realize that you have passed. And you may actually be in the same frame of mind after you pass as you were before you passed. So that dementia that she has, and she recognizes you as, say, her son or whatever, and she's latching on. But
Exactly, and I had
she's
a
supposed to be
medium
attached to
come
the
on
land
to.
and not specifically the house.
Well, she used to live in the exact house that I lived in. And space number 172, and the same exact house. And then our neighbors behind us, their house, there was a suicide murder in that house. So I get an average of about 8 to 10 spirits that for some reason that are attracted to me and come in my house at any given time. And I've confirmed this all on my K2 meter and on my spirit box.
Wow.
And like last night I was doing my live stream. It was like the last 20 or 30 minutes of my live stream, and I'm empathic, so I feel the energy and the emotions of the spirits in the area. And so I could feel this woman touching my shoulder and looking over me, and I mean it was eerie, and the temperature drop was just insane. And all of a sudden I started feeling like she was running her fingers through my hair.
Oh wow. So you get physically touched in that then?
Oh yeah, that was the first time, and you could see a shadow of what looked like a woman walking back and forth through the hallway.
Wow.
I set up my new 1080p HD webcam for all my new live streams, and something was walking back and forth through the living room and the hallway.
Drone worship. He says he's extremely bulimic. He has the ability to resurrect ghosts.
Hey, Drone.
Drone, I hope you're feeling better. I seen you was in the hospital recently, man. I hope you're doing well.
Shoot. Yeah,
I am too. Hey, Amy Writing Diva. Hello.
Hey, Amy, how's it going?
Amy was actually on the show a couple weeks ago, telling a story. And in fact, I talked to her mom there. I believe it's Miss Green Thumb is Amy's mom. She was like, "My daughter loves your show."
Oh yeah.
I probably wasn't supposed to tell that, was I, Amy?
Drone said he's definitely had better days. Well, dude, I'll keep you in my prayers and add you to my prayer list for my Monday meditation.
Yeah.
Oh, Drone is still in the hospital.
Oh, failing liver.
Failing liver. Oh, that's not good, man.
Gosh.
Prayers go out to Drone worship.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll keep you on my prayer list for sure.
Definitely.
So
no.
I do a wide variety of different stuff on my page. I do paranormal panels every Tuesday now. I'm going to be doing scary stories after dark, ghost stories that just are on the internet. And so far, it was one of my most successful live streams. So I'll probably keep doing it. And I'm trying to think of what else. I do a Monday Meditations live stream. And then I have one person, a special guest every Saturday, come up on my live stream from the paranormal groups and share what they've gone through, similar to this.
Yeah.
That's usually a day live stream. I also I started a late night live stream with paranormal guests too on last night.
Oh, nice. So you had like a couple guests last night on your panel, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you know Jamie Ray, Paranormal Wonders. I had a B-Town Paranormal Investigators. And
oh, yeah, B-Town's awesome, man.
And Ray the Fam.
B-Town.
Yeah, Jojo, it's a mixture of problems, but to keep it simple, we'll start with portal hybridization.
Ray the Fam also came on last night. He actually lives 2 hours from me, and so does Irish Whiskey 77. And so we're planning on Ray the Fam is actually going to be doing a collab with me next week.
Oh, nice.
No, Madzz or Lilith, if you have any questions for HSFL, or if you want to tell them anything, jump in there, man. Don't be shy. You're muted, Lilith.
Hey, Francis.
Francis, Spirits and Kitties. Hello, my friend.
It is so awesome, man. I love having all the new faces. And yeah, if anybody has questions for any of the panel members up here, feel free to ask. We'll all answer. Yeah.
Lilith, have you checked out online? There's a I guess it's a web page. It's called the Darwin Awards. Check out the Darwin Awards. It is extremely full of like stories that would be right up your alley. We can't hear you. You're muted or something.
Oh yeah.
Nope,
Nah.
still can't hear you.
I don't think you're muted on the panel, but for some reason your mic isn't working.
Who's?
Lilith.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, I've been doing the paranormal for about 2014, but I didn't start creating my YouTube page until about 2 months ago, and I can't believe the growth on that page. Like, I can't believe how many loyal people have come on and supported, and it's a lot of the same people that come on these streams, and I'm so glad to see that new people are starting to come on, and I'm just so impressed with everybody that's been so nice to me as my page has been growing.
Oh yeah, man.
I love the community. My parapeeps. You're one of my good YouTube friends now, Brian, and I want to.
We heard that, Lilith.
You heard that?
Yeah, now we hear
Yep.
you.
Oh, great. Okay.
We got you.
Yeah, we got you now.
Sorry.
James the
It's okay.
Sharpshooter, the Man Fam. He is one of the best moderators on this planet.
Yeah.
Him and Vesper, man, those two are phenomenal.
They're pretty on spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, they are.
They're in direct competition with each other. They're going for mods of the year.
Irish and Francis are really good friends of mine, and they're really good people.
Yeah. Everybody is great in the community.
Oh, I know. It's like everybody that pretty much hangs out on Irish Whiskey, or on Green Bay Wacky, Pusa Studios. Like, it's such a great YouTube family.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how much support you get from people.
Mm-hmm. So, HSFL, the next time you have a panel,
yes,
just let me know and I'll shoot you my email and that, and I'll come up and join you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a special guest this coming Saturday, but maybe on Tuesday, or what is that? I guess Wednesdays during my late night paranormal stream. I'll definitely grab you, and I'd love to have you on there.
Oh yeah, I can't Tuesday.
Are you friends with me on Facebook?
I don't think I am yet.
I have a Facebook page, which is just HSFL Paranormal, and you can contact me through there. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, man.
So that'll help. I can connect with everybody that way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, did anybody else have any questions? Or
now, do you have any other stories you want to share? I know you, like I said, you was trying to get in here last week, and I was like, give us a few minutes with the guests, and then we'll bring you up here in a few minutes, and then you kind of like disappeared. He was back.
Yeah, I know. I
don't know what was going on.
Most of the week, I work 6 days a week, so I tried to fit in getting to panels with everybody. But yeah, so I had a crazy experience when I first joined my team. We went to this living ghost town called Los Alamos, California.
Oh yes.
And we went to this cemetery there, and we brought all of our ghost hunting equipment. We have 2 4K cameras and 3 1080p cameras that we brought with us. And two of our 4K cameras have full IR, and we also have a laser pointer and one of those grids. And then we have a full IR Swan multi-camera setup for in-house investigations. and we set up like all of our equipment at the cemetery, and we went underneath this one portion of the cemetery, and it was like this creepy old tree. And then in my spirit box turned on, and it said demon. And then the temperature dropped literally like 35 degrees. It was 75 outside, and the temperature dropped 35 degrees, and we all saw our breath.
Wow.
And then it told us to get out.
Okay, so I have a question for you there, HSFL. And actually it pertains to all the guests on the panel. I know that, like, okay, Lilith just went out and got her a new set of dowsing rods.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know that Madzz is pretty familiar with all the different types of ghost hunting equipment and apps and things that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your favorite piece of ghost hunting or paranormal activity equipment that
I would
you prefer to use?
have to say my top fave is probably my K2 meter. I just got the new K2 meter deluxe version 2 from Amazon, and I highly recommend it. It's one of the best ghost hunting tools I've ever used. Next to my Yemrin R6 EVP recorder, also from Amazon. It was on their top list of top list of like EVPs recording for ghost hunting, and it actually has a dual mic. It was only $40, and it has dual mic and voice activated recording. So if I'm not talking and a spirit starts talking, it'll start recording, but nothing will show up until I hit that play button.
Nice.
And it works really well, because one spirit at a cemetery in Paso Robles, I don't know if you've ever heard of that place.
I've seen videos on it, though.
Paso Robles, California, or known as El Paso de Robles, the city of the Oaks. It's a small town in the central coast of California, about 2 hours north of Santa Barbara and about 2 hours south of Monterey. And we're kind of situated right in between Los Angeles and San Francisco. And this cemetery, we were at this shack. There's like literally a shack, and it's all like it looks like an adobe ruin in the middle of the cemetery. And supposedly not only your keys go missing there, you'll have your keys in your pocket and they'll completely disappear, and you'll find them later. And then also a woman's pair of black shoes appears in the storage shed. We didn't see that, but in the storage shed, we were getting crazy EMF and EVP recordings, and it noticed that we were talking to it and filming it on camera because it said, "I see your cam."
Wow.
And that was on an EVP recorder, on an Olympus EVP recorder.
And Madzz Entertainment, what would be your favorite piece of equipment that you prefer to use?
Well, some people might not agree with it, but I actually like just using my camera because especially for EVPs, because you can actually pick up a lot at a haunted location. We also use an app called the Solomon app. It's something that some YouTuber designed, and it like plays this word bank in reverse, and if anything comes through it, it's actually supposed to be a spirit coming through. And we were at this place in one of our videos, and we were recording, and then we went with Breaking the Shelf as well. And Tim, and in his video and in our video, you can hear it clear as day. It comes through and it says, "I love you. Do you love me?" And we always catch the crazy voices through that app. A lot of people say apps are for entertainment purposes, but I truly do think that one actually works pretty good, because they have a word bank that you can download, and you can listen to both of them, and you can actually hear if something comes through as well if you play it back.
Well, now to add to that, I do a lot of ITC research. If you've been to my channel, I constantly use the two apps, Spiritus and Necrophonic. And they are, one is designed by one of my friends at Daydreams and Nightmares here in California, and he's also friends with Steve Huff. The other one is a third-party spirit communication app that runs in reverse audio, and it is spot on.
Yeah.
I think Lilith had a question for you there, Madzz.
All right. I
I
didn't see.
was gonna ask you to repeat what that app was. One of my favorites is also an app.
It's called the Solomon app. If you can search in YouTube for the Solomon app, and it'll tell you who actually designed it. It was like 3 different paranormal groups came together to do it. But it's just called the Solomon app. It has the seal of David on it, and then there's another seal that he put on the app itself. But watch the video before you download it, because it goes into more detail about the app itself and what its intent is for.
Oh, okay.
And what's the app that you use, Lilith?
Ghost Radar.
Ghost Radar is not bad.
I love it. I mean, in my perspective, it seems. I mean, sometimes it don't make no sense, but sometimes it'll tell me what's sitting around me, and I'll be covered up with a blue blanket, and it'll say blue blanket. You know.
I used Ghost Radar one time, and it was at I don't know if anybody's ever been to any of the California missions, but they're all haunted by something. But we went to one of the most haunted ones in California, and it's called the San Miguel Archangel mission in San Miguel, California. And we used Ghost Radar for the first time on my Windows computer, and we were sitting next to this Jesus statue, and it says, "In prayer."
The one I like to use, I used, it's called the Ghost Hunter M2, and it has a dashboard feature where you can use, it has the Ghost Radar, it has EVP, it has the Ovilus, it has the Geoscope. You can actually set it down, and it picks up vibrations, and it runs all of them at the same time in one app on a dashboard.
Well, now, Ghost Mafia, is that the same one that was designed by the same people that Steve Huff uses, like the SED2? Because I have that one as well.
I'm not sure.
I still need to work with the SED2. Like, I have it. It was like a $20 program for the computer, and it has like basically all of the reverb, and it has a built-in DDR60 EVP recorder built into it.
Yeah.
It's by Jetasoft.
Yeah. Okay.
And it has a neat little dashboard app, which, well, not all my
I'll have to check that one out.
I want to get it because I'm using ghost hunting tools, and it's not the best one.
Yeah.
It literally has a dashboard where you have all your apps that you use individually, but you can use them all at once.
Huh.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so badass.
And it's only $3.99 for the app.
Huh. Okay.
Compared to some of the ones that are like $20 and things like that. It's fairly reasonable.
What do you think is the accuracy on that, Ghost Mafia?
Actually, I've used the EMF, and like literally, you can test it by any magnet. Okay, you can test an EMF, electromagnetic field reader. You just put it up to the speaker, and you watch numbers go up. Take it away, it'll go down. It does pick up the magnetic field. It is very. You can set the sensitivity on the geoscope. Like, let's say you have. Reports of footsteps in a hard wooden floor hallway. If you put that on geoscope and set the sensitivity up, you could set it right on the floor and walk away. And say you're downstairs, you hear that thing going off, it's picking up vibrations upstairs. You know there's nobody there, and you're hearing the footsteps at the same time. I mean, it's pretty spot on as far as that goes. I don't know about the whole Ghost Radar thing and all that. But it does to have the phonetic generator like the Ovilus do, and it will generate words, from the sensors and things like that. I've actually had some responses to things. I've had it running here. My wife was making milkshakes. She came, she poured me a glass of milkshake. I drank one. She had some more left in the mix. She brought it out, poured it into my glass, filled it up again. I said, I don't want that. It's too sweet.
Yeah.
And the thing said milkshake. I saw, you want that milkshake? You can have it. I'm done with it. And I left it on the end table and went to bed.
Yeah.
And just before I turned it off, it said, "Thanks, Angel."
And last night I was running the Spiritus app. Oh no, not last night, but on Saturday I was running the Spiritus app in reverse mode on channels 2 and 4, which are the two reverse channels on with the reverb, and it was just coming up as clear English left and right. And then I had also a spirit say "Gracias."
Well, see, the crazy thing about the whole milkshake story is I got up the next morning. I came out to the living room, and that milkshake should have still been in the glass sitting there. The glass was sitting there. It hadn't been knocked over. It wasn't spilt. Animals didn't get into it, but it was empty.
Wow.
Wow.
True story.
That's such a trip.
Right? Oh, here, Ghost. You can have this. I'm done with it. I'll go to bed now. You know, like.
I am notorious for raiding people's fridges. In fact, Aniki is in the chat now. I see Aniki says hi, Brian and Ghost. So I have to give her a shout out there. Kayoko's in here now, and Roberta. But look, the whole refrigerator thing. Like Aniki was live one night, and she said, "Oh my God, my refrigerator just opened on its own." And I typed in the chat, I was like, "Oh no, that's just me. I was hungry." And that kind of stuck. So now I have this reputation of raiding people's fridge as a ghost, especially when cats.
Jeez.
It's awesome, man.
So, hey, does anybody else on the panel, is your families all have spiritual or like paranormal experiences? Do they believe in it?
Oh yeah, my mom got so many ghost stories. I'm gonna have to put her on the show as a guest one night. And I've actually like got people going, "When are you gonna have your mom on the show?" I'm like,
"Yeah, Ghost."
Oh, I don't know. Let's go build an audience first, man. You know.
Yep.
Weaves World's in the chat now. What's up, Weaves?
What's up, Weaves?
Weaves World. What's
up? There, true story.
Party on, excellent.
Well, my wife told me
but you're about 2 minutes behind us. We're on a different subject now. Love you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's in the paranormal to some degree as well. But she's the one that's always holding the camera because I shake like a sib when I'm holding that thing. So she gets really freaked out, and she can actually feel like when something's in there, I think, because her whole demeanor changes when we go into a location, and usually something happens when she feels like that. So I think she might have some kind of sensitivity to it. I don't want to say she's like an empath or anything, but always something happens when she's not feeling good. You'll hear her in the videos say like, "Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm done." And we got to stop sometimes.
I think everybody has different, is sensitive to a certain extent, and everybody's at different levels. You know,
see,
one person might just get the goosebumps, and the other person might actually be like full body shivers and like, "Let's go right now. We got to get out of here." You know.
Well, I can actually like full on feel the emotions of when spirits cross into my path. Like the lady who died in my house, she'll make my eyes well up, and like because she's so sad and distraught because of her death.
That's great.
That's I mean, you're at the high end range of that spectrum. Yeah, I mean, there's a spectrum. There's the people.
And that's only because I had a near death experience. I in 2013, it's on my page. In 2013, I got hit by a drunk driver, and she literally hit me so hard into the guardrail, my heart stopped.
Oh my God.
And I ended up in the hospital for 3 days, and 2 of those were on life support.
Wow, man.
Right.
And
after you're okay.
That's when I've been able to sense the paranormal. And I get really affected by presences in the area.
Well, I mean, near-death experiences like that, it opens you up to a lot of things.
Oh, definitely.
You become aware of your own mortality.
Right.
And with being aware of your own mortality, it it leaves you open to everything around you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that realization that, you know, okay, I can die.
Right.
But I know there's something after that.
I guess, like, due to that incident, like, I don't fear stuff as much as I used to. But one of the things I actually fear the most is driving. Like, driving freaks me out. Just because I'm so scared about other people and the way they drive.
Yeah, see, and Aniki said, and then that's what happened to Jackson. Her son has had over 78 surgeries.
Oh, wow.
For his, well, they can't even tell him what actually is wrong with him because it's so rare. He's like the only kid that has it. They're actually writing the book on, you know, his subject, to where, you know, there's only one other person in the world that has something similar, and they was able to do a surgery and cure hers or theirs.
Wow.
And what worked for that one didn't work for Jackson. So he's still going through the surgeries and things like that.
Jeez.
And, Jackson's my boy.
That's sad, man.
You'll see it pop in the chat, and you'll see the
I'll definitely
eyeballs.
keep
Jackson,
Aniki Jack in my prayers as well.
I will too.
Definitely.
I kind of feel bad I'm the only person that doesn't have my camera showing, but my camera on my phone here, I can pop it up at one point or another. What's up, everybody?
What's up, man?
My camera on my phone, I actually broke my phone at work the other day. I dropped it. But
oh, way to go, man.
Yeah, it wasn't the best idea. But yeah, so it's... I had 2 surgeries after the accident. I ended up fracturing my spinal cord. I had a fracture to my skull. My cheekbone was broken. My collarbone, 4 ribs on one side, 2 on the other. And then I had heart issues. So I still have a permanent heart arrhythmia due to the accident.
Well,
wow, man.
They did a good job of putting you back together. You kind of look like Elvis.
Right?
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Is it just me, or does he not look a little bit like Elvis?
A little bit, yeah.
Burning hunk of love.
Have you seen that video that I recorded of me playing Elvis on the guitar?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna have to check that out.
I'm gonna check that out, man. I'm a
musician. Like, that's what I've always been into music. I've been playing guitar since I was 9 years old, and that's always been a passion of mine. Like,
dude,
singing and playing.
Right there.
Elvis,
look at that.
What actually got me into music.
Yeah.
Well, Brian's a drummer. Maybe you guys can collab.
Yeah.
I've been a drummer since I was 12.
Oh, no kidding.
And I sing as well, as everybody knows, but
sweet. Yeah, I've watched your young Elvis
Sunday jams, yeah.
But yeah, I've watched your Sunday jams.
I just hang out on my fishing boat and order people around.
Nice.
Nice. This goes there, not over there. Come on now. Okay. Don't put it by that propane, you know?
Okay, yeah. I do voices too. It's all right. That's what he's alluding to. He was talking about me doing Hank Hill.
Oh, Hank Hill.
He does Hank Hill. He does couple of the South Park characters.
Nice.
Now, Bobby, I told you there ain't no such thing as ghosts.
Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god, that's like so good.
I know how to do the only ones I know how to do are really the Family Guy characters.
Yeah.
I need a strapping young paper boy to learn some good news.
Ghost does that one too.
Yeah, I do Mr. Herbert too.
Yeah, Mr. Herbert.
I do Eric Cartman really well. I did a collab song with Red Kryptonite there not too long ago where I did Eric Cartman's voice on the track. It turned out pretty funny.
That's hilarious. I'm actually going to be doing the Herbert thing with Prankster Lock sometime in October, doing like a phone call prank to a newspaper company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that should be pretty interesting.
I don't know why you guys are trying to scare me with all these ghost stories and stuff. You guys are assholes, man.
Yeah, that's spot on.
That is.
Oh
The things we do for ratings. Oh,
Yeah.
Staying up until all hours at the night and trying to communicate with spirits. And
Yep.
trying to find the holy water so I could protect my house.
Kyoko says, "Oh my God, Ghost Mafia."
Yeah, man. There's a lot of different stuff.
That was spot on, dude. Like
It was. That was full on, spot on. I can't believe like.
the other one. Like I can do like the Mickey Mouse from that South Park episode with the Jonas Brothers. If you've ever seen that episode with the whole
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah.
I can do that one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Like I can really get into it if I wanted to, but I'm kind of not in the right.
Aniki says, "That's Ghost's real voice."
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can't do any tune voices, guys. I'm out of that one.
Oh yeah.
I used to try to do Harley. That's about it.
So, is there anyone down in the chat that hasn't been up here before that wants to share a story?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was looking to see if there's anybody. We've had Francis on. We've had Aniki on. We've never had Kyoko on yet.
No.
Robert A.
Robert A is actually a medium.
Is she?
Stop trying to force him to do shit. No.
She's spot on too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about Lady Swan. I don't have you guys.
That's my wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
If she wants to come on, she'll just open the door and walk in.
Yeah.
Hey, Lady Swan, how are you, baby? Or darling? I always sit there. I'm so used to saying, like, I called Joe now, baby, all the time, so I was like, what? All right. Lady Swan from now on. That's done. All right, so, I know Lady Swan would have some stories, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's been to a lot of places with ghosts and that, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, but she just pops in, shows her face every once in a while, and goes back out, you know.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Lady Swan.
LOL. I'm serious. Selling Brian. Who wants him?
And there's the wife.
That's peculiar stuff right there.
That is, yep.
No, what would be peculiar is if someone actually said, yeah, they would buy them.
Oh my God.
If anybody ever needs help, like creating art for their page, I do it for a hobby. Like I do all my digital art for all my thumbnails. Like I hand do like all the different stuff.
You should like put a compilation together and do a video and put it up there.
For like the artwork?
Advertise it, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, advertise it, man. Do it as take donations for what you do or something, you know?
Well, I mean, I do have my PayPal account, like, and I do tell people, like, on my Facebook if they ever need help. I believe I have helped. Like, I did all my art and all my animation for, like, the intro and the exit scenes for all my videos, and then I do it all for Presence of the Unknown, which is my other channel, my Paranormal Teams channel.
I was watching Lilith's videos, and she's got some production quality to her videos too.
Thank you.
I can't imagine how many hours she must spend editing those videos to get all that done.
A friggin' lot.
Like my 8-second intro took me 6 hours to do all the animation.
Yeah, see, I just can't put that much into it. I'll pull up Intro Maker and then pick a little thing and put the text in, and it's a 5-second video, and throw it at the beginning of my videos, and you know.
Yep.
That's what I use.
I have this template maker called Bazaar. It's an iPhone app. I think it's predominantly iPhone. So it gives you like template images, and then I just mix like 6 or 5, anywhere from about 2 to 5 of those images into one for my paranormal page.
Nice.
For my pictures. So it takes a lot of time to like custom get those. Like my last one for like last night's video, I have like the haunted house with like the graveyard scene, and then I have like a creepy ghost girl in the doorway. Like that takes for hours to do.
Yeah, you got one with a creepy ghost like getting into the fridge or anything like that? That might be.
Seriously.
Gotta do that for Ghost, man. You gotta do that for Ghost.
Right. I could. If you give me a picture of a refrigerator open, I could probably make it into like and have like a ghost hand grab.
It can't be any fridge though. It's got to be like the 1950s rounded corners, you know. Big old lock.
Well, I actually gotta go, so I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right,
HSFL.
Glad to be able to get you up here finally after 2 weeks, but
it was awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I use Power Director for my editing. We just started using that, and I really like that software. You can do a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah.
Like Filmora Go on like the phone, because I do a lot of the videos on the fly. But
yeah.
What do you like, Lilith?
Excuse me?
I said, what kind of editing software do you prefer?
I use a lot of stock footage in mine. That's what takes me the longest, really, is trying to find the right stock footage or make the right stock footage to go along with my videos, and trying to find pictures and stuff like that. That's really the part that takes me the longest. I use Power Director, and I honestly do not recommend it. It's really glitchy, and it kind of makes green screening harder. From a few people that I've talked to who also use a green screen like I do, they've told me that my editor, that other editors make it a lot simpler.
I don't use a green screen.
Now, do you use the OBS for your green screen and all that, or?
No, I'm just learning OBS.
You're just getting
I didn't even know you could do green screen to it.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, you'll have to check out some of like you know who
Green Bay Wacky
is? Who?
Green Bay Wacky.
Green Bay Wacky.
Mm-hmm. He does a lot of OBS with green screen and stuff like that, and him and Fireman CV do a show on Fridays where they help people grow their channels, and they'll like critique their thumbnails and things like that to help them out. But they also do like tutorial videos on OBS and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing.
I'd like to know how to do that.
Hey,
I would too.
Why? You're just gonna make me do it.
You can do it.
That's my point.
See, I want to do it too. I've heard OBS actually takes up a lot of bandwidth to be able to run when you're doing like the green screen and stuff like that. And I live way back in the woods and have this like city internet thing going on here, and usually there's a tree on the line somewhere, or it's stretched, or if it's raining it goes in and out, and it sucks there. But so I'm unable to do OBS at this time unless I switch over to like satellite internet, like T3 or something, you know. But that may be in the future.
Yeah.
So far, mine's been able to handle it, but not the green screen, but just OBS in general.
Yeah. We got Rogers. I don't know if it'll handle it or not.
You use like Streamlabs or anything like that, or no? You don't do the lives, do you?
Rarely. I have actually. When I met Vesper, I was doing a live stream, and we were live streaming with my daughter, and we were playing a question and answer game, so I could let people get active with me. That was pretty fun. She
like a quiz.
Yeah. Vesper was just asking me to bring that back the other day.
I'd love to check out a show like that.
It was pretty fun. We had a good time. I think I've only done that like once or twice though.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cooks Production. Cooks is here.
Hey, Cooks.
Well, guys, I am going to have to jump off here. I do appreciate you
Cook's
letting us
Production.
come up in
Okay.
here.
No problem, Madzz.
What's up, What's everyone up to do? What's up, everyone doing? What's up, everyone doing?
What's up, everyone doing?
Okay.
Cooks Production Studio, what is that?
I was like, am I putting two lines together? Where's my glasses? I had to look.
Lilith, you have an amazing channel, though.
I'm sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear you.
You have an amazing channel, though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm going to go and check out a few more of your videos tonight.
I'm going to be checking out a lot of people that's in the live stream. I've been sitting here trying to check all the links that's being left to make sure I'm subscribed to everybody, check everybody out later.
Oh, yeah.
That the mods are putting in the chat.
Yeah, and they're putting yours up in there, too, for everybody to check out.
Yep.
I'll add mine.
And, yeah, I was saying earlier, check out the Darwin Awards online.
Yes.
Just search Darwin Awards.
I'm going to write that down right now, actually.
I mean, that has the stories of like, oh, what was one of my favorites off of there is the guys from Michigan that went out and bought a brand new truck, hadn't made the first payment on it yet. And they load up the dog and they load up the truck to go ice fishing. They drive the truck out onto the ice. They let the dog run loose and they decide that we're going to blow a hole in the ice with dynamite. So they light the dynamite, they throw it. The dog goes, grabs the dynamite, starts running back for the truck. They start shooting at the dog. The dog gets scared, runs up underneath the truck, and then the dynamite goes off.
Oh, wow.
On the truck because they were using dynamite to fish with.
Oh, wow.
And the dog died. They lost the truck. It was just like, what was the other one? The guy who decided he was going to rob the bank. He got his mother to drop him off in front of the bank. She decides that she's going to go over to the store across the street, get some groceries, and then come back and pick up her son. Well, the son goes into the bank to rob the place, comes out, and his ride's gone.
Oh, wow.
Mother comes around and says, "What's going on? What are you doing with my son?" He's like, "Where were you? You were my getaway." Yeah.
Right.
Or the guy that like jumped off the building and got shot by his father halfway down the building, and come to find out he had loaded the father's shotgun because the father would get mad and get mad at his wife and threaten her with the gun. So the kid was trying to do something to get back at his mom. So he loaded the shotgun thinking that dad would kill his mom and mom would be arrested, or mom would be dead. Dad would be arrested and he would end up, with whatever. Well, he felt so guilty about doing that. He ended up jumping off the building that they were in. And that just happened to be going on as he's coming down the outside of the building. His dad shoots, it goes out the window, hits him and kills him. So now it's no longer a suicide. It's a murder, but it's a murder-suicide. And, at the end of it all, if he hadn't loaded the gun and he still had jumped off the building to kill himself, there was a net 3 stories below where his parents lived, and he would have lived anyways.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like just sheer coincidences all the way around. And, yeah, it went from like a suicide attempt to a murder, but then it goes back to a suicide because he was the one that put the bullets in the gun. And, it was a crazy story. There's one on there where the guy tied the helium balloons to a lawn chair and took off to see a football game. Like all kinds of weird stories. Like, and that's why it's called the Darwin Awards because,
Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard a lot of good things about them, too, like funny and all that other stuff.
Oh, the guy that went out to a PX and bought at auction a JTOW rocket and then strapped it to the car, took it out to the desert and tried to break the sound barrier with his car, ended up launching the car and flying it, crashing it into the hillside. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
It's awesome.
Definitely going to have to go look at that.
They actually made a movie out of some of the stories.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was Oh, what was the guy from the X-Files?
I don't know. I don't know his name, but I know you're talking about the main actor.
Yeah.
The guy.
The short-haired guy, right?
Yeah.
Mulder.
I don't know his name. Mulder, yeah.
Yeah.
Mulder and Scully.
Yeah, the guy that played Mulder in the X-Files plays in that movie, the Darwin Awards.
No, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a good movie. You gotta check out the website though, because it's been a while since I've been on there, and that was some stories from a few years back. I'm sure that there's more stories on there now.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to check into that. Sometimes it really gets hard to find the right subject. Like I come across a lot of subjects, but they have to feel right for me to write about them, if that makes sense.
It's kind of like, well, the Darwin Awards is kind of like dumb criminal news or something like that. Like, the world's stupidest people doing the stupidest stuff and ending up killing themselves, or
Oh god,
it's just crazy. Crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So JoJo joined the panel. She just got it silent.
She just got it silent.
I'm gonna have to just log out soon, guys. I gotta do dinner still.
Okay.
I'll send you Brian. He'll do it for free.
I'll do it for free.
You will.
Wait, cook my dinner? That'd be great. Okay.
He does dishes too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. And Windows. He'll do Windows.
What a service. I come on this live stream and now I'm getting somebody to cook my dinner and do my dishes. Now that is a service.
Oh yeah, that's a really good service. I offered to do it when we go down to see Ghost, but I guess we're guests.
There's no such thing. You'll be doing it.
Hey, look, my dishwasher is 16 years old, and he only does it does a pretty shitty job.
Mine's 10 through 14.
And he cuts grass a lot better than he washes the dishes. So,
Well, hell, Brian can do all that. He cuts the grass here. He does the dishes here. He even makes coffee.
And I don't use a gas mower. I use a push mower.
Yep.
Oh.
There's my dishwasher right there, in the room right now.
Why would you want to torture yourself like that?
Because he keeps saying he's going to work out and he never does. So that's his workout.
Oh, that's his workout. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That is not peculiar.
I'm going to go to the gym again. Then I can buy a real lawnmower then.
I want to be a real boy.
Yeah. Coming from you.
I'm more man than you'll ever be, baby.
Yeah, Brian, at least she knows how to hook up a propane tank.
I do too.
Actually, that's not a lie, but he does too.
Oh, Master J.
Oh my god. That's too funny.
Harley Quinns.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, Master J.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so we don't have any takers wanting to come up out of the chat. Man.
I know, right?
I came out of the chat. You haven't asked me a damn question about my ghost experience, you asshole.
That's because looking at Brian, it's so frightening. We just figured,
that was the experience.
We empathize for you.
Oh, so nice, you guys.
That's why
I wouldn't want to see me either then.
When we're doing the show.
Oh yeah, right. No,
Brian, don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Oh, you're beautiful, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I keep muting it because I'm vaping, and I don't want to just vape through it.
Oh, because when you vape through it, you sound like Darth Vader on steroids. He's like,
yeah,
like that.
Like that.
Eardrums.
It does. Horrible. It hurts the ears after a while.
17.
It does.
Not 16. Okay, the dishwasher is older than I thought he was.
Is that one of your sons?
It's Hunter.
Oh.
Look,
Oh,
did you see the Night of the Living Dead video? And
yeah.
it was kind of hard doing because I had to watch the beginning of the movie and then screenshot the tombstones that they were next to, so that I could put them in the video and match them up with the tombstones that were actually there to get the right location. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm at the tombstone where she's putting a wreath on her mother's grave or whatever it is, and I finished shooting the shot and I started to walk away, and I looked up and I kind of laughed. So I started recording again. I was like, "Oh, and Hunter, my stepson Hunter, if you haven't seen this movie, you should probably watch this movie." And I zoom in on the tombstone that's behind him, and the tombstone says Hunter.
Oh yes, that'd be a moment that I'd want to film right there.
So I actually put that in the video just to mess with it a little bit.
Guys, I'm gonna have to jump off here.
Okay.
All right.
You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for inviting me on. I really enjoyed it. Even though I was nervous, I really enjoyed it.
It's okay. We enjoyed having you.
You guys have a good night. And everybody in the chat have a good night.
And thanks, Vesper, for finding these wonderful people to bring up here.
Yes, thank you. Vesper is a wonderful supporter.
I don't know if she made it back, but she did run out because she's having some issues right now.
Oh yeah. So. I hope she can take care of that.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
All right, Lilith.
Bye.
Bye, Lilith.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
You're welcome.
When did Madzz leave?
He left like a few minutes ago.
I don't know if he was having internet issues or he just kind of dropped off. And then I thought he'd come back, but then he dropped off again. So
he said he had to go too.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
We've got pictures of him at like 10 years old standing next to a tombstone that said Hunter. So it's not it's not at first. Oh yeah.
No, it's not a first. I think that's the one picture you showed us too, Ghost.
I actually have pictures like when Hunter was littler.
Yeah.
Really little, in fact, where we went out to the cemeteries, was taking pictures like just. There's a couple of cemeteries in the area that have like really ornate tombstones, the archangels with the wings spread and all kinds of stuff. That it's one of those cemeteries that you can only get in through the day, and there's a gatekeep. There's a you have to go in during daylight hours. You can't get in there after dark or anything like that because there's actually people live on the premises and all that stuff. But
oh yeah,
we went in there for like photo shoots to get some really ornate headstones and stuff, and we got a picture of him standing next to a tombstone that says Hunter. Big tombstone.
Oh yeah. See, I'd like to see like my name sometime, like if there was a Brian so and so.
I can put your name on a tombstone.
That'd be real easy to do, Brian.
You said you wanted it. Guess what you get for Christmas?
Good God.
Well, you guys are on here, and there's no guests on here right now. How about for all the people that are in the chat, Wee's World is trying to reach 3K. Not far from it.
Weeb's World is trying to reach 3K, and he's not far from it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that pretty much everybody that's in our chat is already subbed to Weeb's World.
I don't know. If they're not.
We've only got 10 watching now.
Let's see what his count's at. I know that Ashley of Life with... I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
Ankylosing spondylitis.
Yes. She hit 3K today.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Lady Swan says, Ghost wants a magnetic tombstone. Yes, I do. When I die, I want my tombstone made from magnetite so I can fuck with all the ghost hunters that's running around in the cemetery.
Nice. I would so do something like that too, man.
So Wee's World is 49 away from 3K.
Really?
Yep.
If there's anybody in the chat that isn't subscribed or supported to Weave's World, please go over there and help him hit that 3K, because he's only like less than 50 away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that everybody here pretty much is, but if you're not, check him out. He is a gamer. He does live streams. I've been on his live streams. I've been on his panels. Really cool guy.
Let's love him up.
Don't miss out on one of the fams, you know?
Love him up. Love him up.
Yeah, love him up. Haunt him. If you go in there, tell him Brian and Ghost sent you.
Spook him.
Tell him what he has in his fridge. Tell him the Ghost told you.
Yep. Some butter. Some milk.
Have a good night, Lady Swan.
He's got white milk. He's got chocolate milk. He's got butter. He's got ice cream. He's got chicken. He's got steaks. A whole bunch of other stuff.
There you go. Sharpshooter, the man fam, is putting Weave's World link down in the chat.
Thanks, Sharpshooter.
If anybody isn't already a brother to another mother,
yep,
he can be.
He is. He is awesome, though. You know, like tonight, that was a pretty good panel tonight too.
Also, Lou Rock is close to 10K.
No, he's past 10K.
Oh, is he past 10K now?
Lou Rock is?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, nice. I know there was a couple people doing some support streams for him to try to push him over the top there a little while ago. And I popped in there, showed some support, said I couldn't stay because I had this show to do here in like 10 minutes. And so if you guys ain't shown Lou Rock and Mama Rock some love, go over there, show them some love too. Other than that, that's pretty much yeah, Lou already hit over 10K. Yep, awesome. Other than that, I got nothing else for tonight. We're out of guests, and we don't have anybody that wants to come up.
Oh, you got 15 minutes.
I'm the same way.
I think you guys had a really good show tonight.
I do too. We had a great show tonight.
Yeah, it was a really good show tonight. I agree.
Yeah.
I say we bring Dad on here.
Yeah, I do too.
We need a hell yeah.
We do. See if we can get Dad on the panel for at least 15 minutes of the show, and might be longer depending on how long he wants to chat for.
Well, I mean, our watcher count is dropping.
Yeah.
So it's either that or cut loose early.
Yeah.
Fire Seeker's in the house. Fire Seeker. Now, Fire Seeker might have some stories to share.
Hey, Fire Seeker, want to get your ass up here?
Yeah, Fire Seeker, get your ass up on panel, man. I know damn well you've got spiritual stuff happening.
I will send you the link to your Facebook.
I know the Sharpshooter fam, man. He has a lot of stuff that he does paranormal as well, I think.
Sharpshooter was with us on the sugar mill incident.
Oh yeah.
There was many of us in the car, and somebody floated an air biscuit, and they had the windows down. It was dead of winter and like 20 below zero outside. I dared James to stick his tongue on a fence post, and his tongue stuck to the fence post, and somebody took off in the car, and James lost his head. And oh yeah, that was
wow.
Then it was one of those situations where we were all in the chat, and like one thing led to another, and the chat read out like a book, like everybody was adding to it, and it turned into like the funniest stream of all time, because literally we wrote a book in the chat about what was going on this adventure that we were watching Anarchy on, and Anarchy was like reading the chat, and she could not stop laughing the whole time. Like she couldn't even talk. She was laughing so hard. It was hilarious.
I'd have laughed my ass off too. Just saying.
Oh Lord, Mafia, you really have to go there? LOL. I have no idea what you're talking about. LOL. Fire Seeker says, now I have to get dressed.
No, you don't. Just keep your camera off.
Yeah, just keep it.
Just keep your camera off and your face thingy there. You'll be fine. Ghost it. Hey, Ghost, I stole one of your beers earlier today.
Did you?
Yeah, I reached down and took it out of your fridge.
Probably won't.
Beer's out in the fridge, out in the barn.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been hard.
Oh, no.
We'll have to lock the fridge up.
Right.
We'll have to start locking that fridge up.
You get your paranormal people on here and that, and everyone else, and good friends and that wanted to start stealing your beers.
I'm stole on my beer.
I ghosted Ghost. I ghosted Ghost, guys. I took one of his beers.
That's right. I ate up all your leftover pizza.
Oh.
You had pizza?
Yeah.
Learning something new every day.
It's awesome. He had my pizza and I had one of his beers.
Sounds good.
Leave it to JoJo to blow it out of proportion. That sounded dirty.
Right.
Yeah.
Blow nothing out of proportion.
Do so. Oh, man.
What is it?
Right?
Oh, I have a $30 credit.
For shoes?
Did you send him the link there, JoJo?
Yes, I sent it to his Facebook.
Sent it to your Facebook, Fire Seeker.
He said give him a minute. He's just installing everything.
Ah, okay.
He's got to install his Hangouts.
Job. I know what I'm doing.
He's got to install the Hangouts, huh?
Part-time or all the time?
I know what I'm doing all the time. It's not my fault you can't operate the computer.
And if anybody out there in the chat has seen Red Kryptonite, tell him to get in contact with us.
Yeah, we are having a missing persons party. We can't find them.
Yes, we're calling out the fam to help locate and get in contact with Red Kryptonite.
Because we can't find him.
We haven't been able to get a hold of him or get a response from him since before Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was last week we spoke with him. Haven't seen
Well,
or heard from him since.
He was on a call with us over the weekend, but I was inebriated at the time. So it's like,
yeah,
I was on vacation. I was having a really good time. Enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. You guys look like you had fun, man.
We were at the cabin by the lake. We were out on the pontoon on the lake. We were running around, seeing the sights, all kinds of stuff. It was a really good time. Although the sleeping arrangements were somewhat of a nightmare because the cabin, like when the cabin was rented, it was supposed to have like queen size beds, and they turned out to be like full beds. And I'm a big person, but like when I was sleeping with my wife, I'm like, you got to hold on to keep from falling on the floor all night. You know, that kind of sucked. But
oh, yeah.
Other than that, everything was great.
Oh, yeah.
Air conditioning worked real well in that cabin, too. It freeze you out. Had the campfire going, sitting around drinking, playing cards, BSing. And here's the weird thing, though. And I actually talked to JoJo and Brian like right after it happened. It was the last night we were there, and it was actually kind of a retreat. I talk on another application called the CB app, and it's on Apple products only.
Yeah.
And I've been on that app for probably going on about 5 years now. And there was a bunch of us there that met up, and that's what the whole vacation was about. It was a meetup for, friends from this other app. Okay. And we all got a cabin by the lake and rented a pontoon boat, went out. But anyways, we had, anytime you're on an app for any amount of time and you make friends with people, you're going to meet people that are how do I say it? Well, we'll call him Grumpy.
Yep.
Because that was his handle. Okay. Grumpy had passed away a couple years back, and the conversation had turned to Grumpy and conversations that we had all had with him in the past. And people were pulling up their chats because they hadn't deleted their chats with Grumpy. And at one point, the conversation kind of shifted away from Grumpy, but people were still looking through their chats for something interesting to talk about Grumpy,
Yeah.
And it kind of got away from Grumpy for a second and come to, other people that on the app that hadn't been on there in a while. And I was like, oh, what happened to Rocket Man? What was his name? And I tried to remember his name. And just as I had said that, one of the people that was scrolling through their chats with Grumpy, Grumpy had actually been talking about this person in the app, and the answer came up in their 3-year-old chat the same time I asked the question. And it was everybody got like this chill just came over everybody that was sitting there. And, and about that time I broke out, we started talking about that. I was like, oh man, what are the odds that a person who's been dead for a couple of years now, who we were so close to that we had their, personal phone numbers and chit-chatted via text message with them every day, would answer this specific question at this exact time with a 3-year-old text message. What are the odds of coming across the answer to that specific question at that particular moment? Got to be astronomical, right? So then she scrolls a little bit forward, and Grumpy, he's the kind of person that he would send me like, those GIFs of women flashing their boobs or whatever. He was kind of a biker, and he had sent this person a picture of like this chick in high heels, like really, really big high heels. And at this point, I had opened up one of the apps on my phone. It was the iObulus. And I set it down there. And I was like, well, if you want to communicate with us, just try communicating through that. And she come across that picture from him, and the thing said shoes. And that was like the biggest thing was like how big the heels were that this chick was wearing on her feet, And I was like, yeah, Grumpy's here with us. He knows that this was a meetup. He knows that this was a party for us, and he wanted to be here. He's here. There ain't no doubt about it. He's here. And everybody got that chills again, and it was really weird, but we knew it was him. We knew without a doubt, So that happened to me. When was that? Sunday evening. And like after it happened, I called up Brian and JoJo, and I was like, look, I said, this just went down. And here's the kicker. Like two of the other people that was with us wasn't out there outside. They were inside the cabin. The one person was washing the dishes from where we had just cooked dinner. The other person took a picture of that person washing the dishes, and I get this green orb in the photo. And I actually blew it up. And I can show it to you on my phone now.
Nice, man. Oh, yeah, that was the orb, right?
Yeah, it's not like a round orb. It's like this glowing green.
Yeah.
That turned up in a photo, and that's like on his shirt tail. There's nothing reflective on his shirt. It's just a cotton T-shirt, and it actually has a trail behind it where it looks like it's moving around him.
Yeah.
So that was taken at the same time that everything was happening out at the picnic table.
Yeah.
So it was kind of eerie that all went down around the same time and everything.
Oh yeah, it would have.
But that was my vacation story for the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
so he's got it installed. The links I took from
Slay Nation
Hangouts wasn't working, so I sent the call directly.
All right.
I miss making vids for you guys. Slay Nation. Hey Sharp, hey Brian, and everyone. I'm playing WWE
There he
2K18.
Yep, here I am.
Hey, Fire.
Fireman.
Hey.
Or
Fire Seeker.
Fire Seeker, yeah. See, I know Fireman. I know a guy from the CB app that calls himself Fire Walker, and then I know all these fire guys. So how's it going, man?
Living day to day.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
So are you actually a fireman or
No?
Okay.
So, paranormal stories.
Well, let's ease into this. Don't just throw them to the dogs. Just
I can. He's used
tell
to
us a
me
little
doing
bit
that.
about yourself, a little bit about your channel.
Oh, I really don't have one too much. I don't really post up much. No.
No?
No,
Are you paranormal or any of that, or you just interested in like when other people do it?
A little bit of everything. I mean, I've had my experiences with it.
A little bit of both.
So do you do ghost hunting yourself, or?
I don't go out and actively hunt them, no.
Okay. But you have had experiences in like your own home and places like that.
Yeah, well, locations. I've been to locations.
Okay.
I'm not too far away from the Ohio Penitentiary.
Which one? Mansfield?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just there last weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, actually. I mean, it took like 2 hours to go through that place. And there's a lot more paranormal stuff there than I knew about.
Yeah, and there's the old there used to be an old sanitarium type hospital too.
Yeah.
The thing I found most interesting about that place was like if you get up into the back part of the warden's quarters and things like that, they actually have signs and windows that say do not photo or video from here, because there's actually an active prison right behind that place. And there was people out, you could see people out on the yard and everything. Yeah. So like when you go there, it's literally still fenced in, and you have to wait for them to open the gate to let you in to go through the old penitentiary.
Oh yeah. That's craziness.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. They do a good haunted house during Halloween.
Full on haunted house during Halloween. That'd be awesome.
So what part of Ohio are you in?
Columbus.
Oh, you're in Columbus?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only 2 hours away then.
Oh yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm right on the Ohio River, right next to Wheeling.
Okay.
Yeah, right straight out 70.
Yeah, I've been out there.
70. If you know where where they do Jamboree in the Hills at every year?
Yep.
That's where I live. I was right like just a couple miles down the road from Jambo. Yep.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're at.
Yep, St. Clairsville.
So
actually, I'm in Neffs, which is down over the hill from St. Clairsville, but literally like right along 70.
So Fire Seeker, you finally went to the Vapor.
I bought a new one when I hit $1,000.
Nice. What'd you
It's
grab?
a nice little. It's the Revenger Go.
Nice.
Wait, that vape cost you $1,000?
No, Lord, no.
No.
I was like,
no. This one was about 100, and it was about 125 with extra coils.
Yep. It costs more than smokes, but the e-juice lasts like a long time.
No, it doesn't. Not for me.
Dude, we got to get rid of some of our bottles. We have like 50 up in the cupboard still.
Yeah, we're trying to sell some of them off.
Right now, I'm using one that's it's like a lemon meringue pie.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Meringue.
that stuff is so good, man. And it makes your mouth water because you can taste the meringue pie in it. So good.
I always like the banana nut bread,
Oh yeah, it's good too.
blueberry muffin.
Mm-hmm.
I have a chocolate raspberry, and then I have the meringue, and then I've got one called Milkman. It's a salted caramel ice cream.
Yeah, it's really good. And like it's a flavor too that keeps you from smoking again.
Yep. Well, I'm trying.
I don't know if it ever kept me from smoking, but it made me awful hungry.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Trying to.
I could taste banana nut bread, but I really can't. Oh, what?
Yeah.
And now I want some banana nut bread.
Right.
Oreo cookies. Lady Swan says she had me at raspberry.
Yeah. I had the Oreo cookie one once, and it was really good.
I had the Oreo cookie, the cookies and cream. I had the mint chocolate chip.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
I had one that tasted like the Captain Crunch berries.
Mm-hmm.
That one was awesome.
Oh yeah, Captain Crunch is good. The brother-in-law gets the Captain Crunch one, like the cereal, and it is so good.
Yep.
So, anyway, tell us about some of your experiences with the paranormal.
Well, I had friends of mine who had the only thing you could call them would be dark people, tall, shadowy, dark people would come up to their front door and just stare in. Their house happens to be on a waypoint, so it was kind of just driving them nuts.
Yeah, that sounds like some kind of elemental shadow something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They ever try any offerings like
no,
planting fruit trees or anything like that on their property? Or
no, she studies Wiccan, and she did cleansings, and they salted, and she's got green men. And none of that was really, helping. They were still coming.
Oh, wow.
So it took a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
To get rid of them. A lot more. But they were coming like every night. Because the boyfriend, he would wake up in the middle of the night and he would see them staring in.
Mm-hmm.
Never open the door, but he'd always see them standing there.
Where was this at?
Columbus,
Ohio.
Yep. Live in an older house built in the 20s.
Are they still having? Excuse me. Are they still having instances or?
No, not anymore. I had to do a few things.
Like
cleansing and stuff like that, right?
Nope. I put some very powerful wardens over there.
Oh, was that the one you were telling us about before in private?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But long before that, back when I was a teenager, there was an old house that sat near a graveyard there, and there was nobody living in it. It was abandoned, but at night you could see somebody moving with a light upstairs.
Wow. But the house was completely empty, right?
Oh yeah, it was abandoned.
Yeah. Wow. See, that's kind of like the place that we were in Woodstock. Like, it was empty for a long time till we moved in, and then we found out why. And so it was just a lot of different activity that happened there.
We've been
And,
having a lot of like, I guess you would call it elemental, but I mean, the one night I sit here on the security cameras and watched what looked like a sapling run across the yard. I mean, that's the best way I could. It was either a sapling or Slender Man or something. You know, I watched it run across the yard on the video cameras. When I rewound the video cameras, he didn't show up on the recording. It was kind of weird, but I know that what's today's date? We've got 37 days before they break ground on this property for the pipeline. So it seems like that the closer the groundbreaking is, the more activity we're starting to get on the property. And the only thing I can contribute that is to some kind of elemental that has to do with, you know, Indian spirits or something, because there was a lot of Indian activity around this area.
Yeah.
I can go right out back in the creek and spend 10 minutes out there and probably find an arrowhead. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Find a lot of like Indian artifacts around this area. And of course, I mean, you're what, 7 minutes away from Moundsville, right on the other side of the river, where there's an actual, like, the whole town is sitting on an Indian burial ground.
Holy crap. I never knew that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I did a video from the Moundsville Mound.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little over 45 minutes from me is the Indian Mounds there near Newark.
Yeah, so between where I'm at and where he's at, it's all Indian activity, you know.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of rumors about what they call it, skunk ape or whatever. It's like a Bigfoot type creature between here and Columbus.
Yep.
A lot of people have talked about it over the years. I know for a fact that there's a few counties between where I'm at and he is. They've been seeing like black panthers and mountain lions.
Wow.
Even though, you know, the powers that be say that mountain lions are supposed to be extinct this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
But they're not.
But,
they're
no.
They're around.
Oh, yeah. I've never heard of a black one, though.
Oh, the panther. Oh, yeah. I'll have to find that picture. Somebody just south of here not too long ago caught one on game cam, and I mean it's a face shot. It's the black cat. You know,
wow.
2 foot tall at the shoulder. That's Black Panther, definitely. And then there was that guy over Zanesville. Is it like halfway between where I'm at and where he's at?
Yeah.
You remember this? That the guy that let all those animals loose?
Yeah.
And Jack Hanna actually came in and tried to rescue some of the ones that was left, but there was women going out to feed the cat on the front porch next morning and finding a Bengal tiger sitting in their porch swing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They turned loose like, what, 46 animals?
Yeah, 46. At least 20 large cats.
Yeah, 20 large cats. There was gorillas. There was bear, chimpanzees, all kinds of stuff that they turned loose. And like when the cops got there, the guy had shot himself and there was a tiger chewing on his head. The cops proceeded to start shooting the animals that were running loose that could kill them. And the ones that got away, they spent weeks trying to track down. The ones that didn't leave their cages, Jack Hanna come in and sent them to was it the Toledo Zoo or someplace like that? Took some of them in, and another one.
Yeah, I think some of them got sent to the wilds.
Yeah. And then the wife, after the fact, they had pulled everybody's exotic animal permits for the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
And then the wife tried to sue to get custody of the animals that went to the zoos back again and was unsuccessful.
All right, I need to go get some juice. So I'm going to kind of be away from the phone for a minute.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Rachel Adams says, I want to see a panther.
We had a cougar loose here the one year.
There was a timber wolf wandering around too.
Kansas has mountain lions, but not panthers. They're pretty close. It's just the fact that the panthers are black. They're all black.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah, we've had a cougar here loose once.
I mean, we've got bobcat and stuff around here.
Yeah.
And we've had mountain lions in this area as well. But not very often do you ever hear a mountain lion. Now, we have coyotes. You go out there in the evening and you hear the coyotes and the pups cut loose right on the other side of the creek. And I mean, they're close.
Oh, yeah.
They wander right down the center of town.
Yeah.
Brian got scared shitless the one night.
We seen a huge coyote the one night coming down the tracks.
We were coming up a set of stairs that led to tracks heading back home. And we had been drinking. And we got about halfway up the stairs, and at the top of it, you could see the coyote just stopped and stared. The fucking thing was huge. Brian was like, oh my god. I was like, don't move. I said, it'll soon just kind of stop, and then it'll leave.
It looked...
But I told him, I said, if you run, it's going to chase.
It looked like an oversized mastiff.
Yeah. When Lady Swan was coming down here, for, I think the third time she ever come down here, third or fourth time she ever came down here. And she was traveling down the road, and a mountain lion actually ran out in front of her vehicle. She said, yeah, a mountain lion almost became a hood ornament 8 years ago. Had to check my pants after that again.
Yeah, like, the one time we had the cougar here, they just said to watch out for it and that.
Yeah, they don't really.
She got up to go to work the one morning this spring, and she was walking. There's like our house and the neighbor's house are like within 30 feet of each other. Then there's another house for like a quarter mile each way. But we actually walk across the neighbor's front porch and down into the driveway where we park the cars because we share a driveway. And she walked across their front porch and just went down the 3 steps to the driveway. And when she got to the bottom of the steps, there was a coyote standing there. And she hit the remote on the car and, chirp, chirp.
Yeah.
And the thing took off. But, yeah, it was right there. 6 o'clock in the morning. She was heading out to work, and there it was.
Yeah. A lot of people shoot coyotes, too. It's like, I don't get it.
Around here, there's like a bounty, or there was a bounty on them for a while, and now they're just. I mean, they're a nuisance now. There's like open season. You can hunt them anytime you want over here now, and you don't. They won't say anything about it.
Oh yeah, I've shot a couple while out deer hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do? You just bury them?
No, just leave them.
You leave them, and the other coyotes will eat them.
Yes, they will.
They're scavengers. They'll. You're just feeding other coyotes.
Basically, yeah.
Here's a neat little story. My great aunt drove across the Silver Bridge 2 hours before it collapsed.
Down at
Ohio to West Virginia.
Point Pleasance.
Yep. The whole Mothman prophecies and all that.
Yep, I've been down there too. I was down there for the Mothman Festival the one year. That was before I ever started doing the YouTube, but I might have to go back down there, shoot some footage down there.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to see that footage. It'd be awesome.
In fact, I want to say it's like 1st of September. So first weekend in September is Mothman, like, what? I just got a no from the other room.
Lady Swan.
Well, I mean, you go down there to Point Pleasant, and when you go through the museum and stuff, it's kind of cheesy. It's I don't know. It's different. It's almost like a Comic-Con compared to, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's not like touring, you know, the Queen Mary or the Winchester House or anything like that. They hype it up to be more of a party and a celebration, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
For a festival. But I mean, there's all kinds of vendors and stuff. There's all kinds of paranormal groups that go down there for that. There's all kinds of, they do the tours of the TNT bunkers and stuff like that down there. So it's,
why not, Lady Swan? We'll go do it with you.
She didn't have a good time. We took all the kids with us. They fought all the way down there and all the way back. It's like, it is kind of like she said, it's really touristy, and they really kind of hype it up to be a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
And it just kind of takes all the mystery out of it when they do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It really would, though.
It does. I mean, and then the fact that about the movie and all that stuff, and you know, it seems like they really hype the movie more than they do the actual legend of the Mothman and things like that.
That's definitely true.
And they leave out the most important part of the whole Mothman legend. Okay, the most important part of the Mothman legend is that, okay, there was an Indian called Chief Cornstalk in that area, where he was supposed to go to the military on the island, make a truce. Well, he went to the island and they ambushed him and they killed them all off. And before he died, he cursed that area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like Indian curse, Manitou, Mothman. I mean, I think that's where the whole Mothman idea stems from, is that curse from Chief Cornstalk.
Yeah.
They leave that out of so much stuff. They left it out of the movie. They leave it out of the museum. I mean, the museum is artifacts from like the movie, and they just hyped it up way too much, and it made it about the movie more than the legend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can see if, like, I don't live there, so I don't really know too much about Texas or anything like that.
They're not in Texas.
Well, you're not in Texas, but anyway, like, I don't know. The way you're explaining it makes me not want to go to it.
Like, it was cheesy, and it's like they've got some props from the movie in there, and they've got like things that people have brought and left in front of the statue that they have in the center of town, like big paper mache, like, you know, Mothman and stuff like that. It's something to see once, but it's not like the kind of place you really want to go back after seeing it the first time. I don't know.
You'd be better off going to the Ohio Penitentiary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's more activity there than there is down in Point Pleasant.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, in Point Pleasant, you really have to, if you get past the schlock and the B-movie like hoopla from the whole festival and everything,
yeah,
and you go down there at the right time of year, like when the bridge collapsed, and go down next to the river and do some like EVPs or something like that, you might actually turn up something there. Or at the island where the Indian massacre took place, you know, you might get some EVPs and stuff there. But to go down there just for the festival, it's kind of a letdown.
Yeah. I'll take your words.
Lady Swan says, Night of the Living Dead Festival sounds cool, though.
It does. I'd like to go and check that one out. Like, that'd be pretty cool.
In October, it's the 50th anniversary of the original movie, Night of the Living Dead. And in Evans, Pennsylvania, over next to Pittsburgh, is where the original cemetery is that they filmed it. And I did that video there. And then I went down. There's a museum and gift shop in the town, and they are actually doing a Night of the Living Dead festival there in Evans, Pennsylvania. And I don't know what all they're going to have, but I know like they do a zombie walk in Moundsville and stuff every year at Halloween and stuff like that. But it's kind of like a parade, and everybody dresses as zombies and goes around.
Yeah, we do a zombie walk here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it here too.
So
it's just a race. It's just a race.
Helps you raise money in that, right?
Well, it raises food for the food banks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we have food banks and that down here too.
Up here.
Oh, up here. Up here. See, that's why I have that one shirt for my merch. I am
says, is there a certain time of year that paranormal activity happens more than others?
I would say around Halloween.
I wouldn't say Halloween. I would just say the fall.
Yep.
When the sap comes back down to the roots and the trees and the leaves fall off and the seasons change.
Yep. I'd say the same.
Can I say something quickly?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just noticed that Lady Swan removed Mareri Vlogs. Well, didn't remove her, but removed her comment. And Mareri Vlogs, we told you last time, this is not a sub for sub channel. Do not come in here self-promoting. Do it again, I will block you.
Uh-oh, the hammer's being laid down.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking hate that. Rude.
Rachel, the thing is, like, it doesn't matter if it's Halloween or not. Hey, Life with Anki losing spondylitis. How is it going?
I brought the hell kitten.
Oh, yeah, you brought the hell kitten.
This is the hell
You're
kitten.
going to smack somebody.
No, Max, we're not talking about you, man.
I said Mareri Vlog.
Yeah, he was going to smack somebody.
Right? Hey, Kyoko.
It's just rude. You don't go into someone else's channel advertising to take people from their stream to yours.
Maximilian's brother says, "Are you talking to me?"
No.
Hey,
Unless your name
hey,
is Mareri Vlogs.
Jojo and Brian. Don't know if you know, but Weave was like 49 from hitting 3K now.
Yeah, I know. I checked it out.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
They had already said it before you got in.
Yeah, because Kells is doing a live right now on it too. That's where I was before I came over. You know, I got to harass Weave.
Yeah, Ghost and Brian had already mentioned it.
Yeah,
we was sending people over and dropping links for Weaves. Weaves was actually in here a little while ago.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Life says, I just did a stream for him earlier. Cool.
Somebody needs to go pull him in and get him on this panel.
Right?
I don't know if you will.
You know how England is with paranormal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think Weaves is much into the paranormal. I don't think. Can't remember.
That's all right. Just get him in here.
He's probably been to the Ram's Head or the Stonehenge or...
Oh, yeah.
We'll harass him if he comes in.
We've just told me stories about stuff down there.
Over there.
Well, over there.
Across the pond there, Brian.
Yeah, I'm horrible.
Okay, so you guys have seen the like Ghost Adventures and things like that where they actually went over there to the Ram's Head where the crazy old guy in a leather jacket was there. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, I have this succubus that comes to me at night and, like, dude like sounds like he's totally off his rocker, but he has it all set up, and like he's like, she visits me here, and he shows his bed and everything. You guys seen that guy, right?
Oh yeah, I seen that video.
So one of the guys that I talked to on the CB app is friends with him.
What?
Yes, is friends with him. Lives just right down the street from Ram's Head.
Wow.
His name's Webby Boy, and he's friends with that guy. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to come over there and go to that place because that guy seems like he'd be fun to drink with.
Damn right. Got a good video done. Fuck yeah. Here, buddy, have a beer. While I'm here. Right?
Why are you sitting there talking to yourself?
I'm not.
You're muted.
No, I'm not.
Rachel M says they're called football.
Oh, I was.
Brian, we could still hear Brian.
Yeah.
He's
Yes,
that
through my
loud.
mic. Why are you telling him this? I wanted him to make him feel weird.
I could still hear me. Through there.
That's all you ever hear.
Deaths cause the person's spirit to stick around. Unexpected deaths cause the spirit to stick around. Well, I mean, let's put it this way. If somebody walked up to you and knocked you out, just flat out knocked you out, you'd come to and be like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Same kind of concept when you die, like shocking death, like unexpected. I would imagine it would be almost like getting knocked out. Because when you come to, you ain't going to realize whether you're alive or dead. You're still shaking it off until you get your feeling back and you feel the pain. But if you come to and you have no pain and you're like, wait a minute, why can't anybody hear me? You know, kind of. I imagine it could really disorient you.
Sometimes it's just
die unexpectedly like that, you know.
Some of them are just bad,
right?
So they just stick around to create more chaos and havoc.
Rachel says this is kind of a dumb question, but well, let's hear it.
All right, let's hear it, Rachel.
Well, we're waiting for her to type out her question. I'm watching a video drone just uploaded. He's got his girlfriend to sneak one of his drones into his room, and he's flying it around his hospital room.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Drone. Two of my babies died. Is there a way for them to communicate with me or me to them? That is a tough question.
What was the question?
A tough one.
She said 2 of her babies died and wants to know if there's a way for them to communicate with her or her with them.
Well,
sometimes they do it through dreams.
My 2 came through Boomer with my godmother and one of my older brothers.
That's true, and it happened right here on the show.
Yep,
it did. Yeah,
on the show.
And Boomer was spot on that too. I couldn't believe nailed.
Sometimes they communicate through dreams,
but yeah, I don't know if I'd have an answer for that. I mean, I know that the children were very young, so you know, at that young of age, other than you know, naturalistic body languages and things like that between a mother and a sibling or you know, infant, they don't really communicate other than like baby's crying. You know that when the baby's crying, it's hungry or it changed or something like that. But other than that, the communication between a mother and a child isn't much more than that in life, because that child hasn't learned anything more than that yet. And I imagine at that young age, passing away, that would be along the same lines. I mean, you may experience like the sounds of baby crying in your house from somewhere, and that could be them trying to communicate with you, but there's no actual words coming through. It's just the sound of a baby crying to let you know that they're there, or something along those lines. That's about the best answer that I could give you, rationally.
So it's been 18 to 16 years for Rachel since she's talked or seen them.
Maybe they feel that she's okay right now.
Yeah.
I have heard instances where they're, passed away young and then came to people in their dreams as an older individual saying, okay, I'm your daughter, blah, blah, something like that, where they've showed themselves as older, but they passed away when they were really young or infant. I don't know. It's never happened to me, but that's the best I can do for you. I've heard of instances like that. I don't know anybody right offhand that I could give as an example, but I have heard of things like that happening.
Yeah, I have too.
Kyoko says, my father's deceased came through Boomer. Yeah, Boomer was pretty well spot on, and it's with JoJo, and he was pulling out family names that there's no way. I know that there was no way that he could have known.
Yeah, who they were.
The most part of my family, right? So like nobody knew who they were.
Huh?
And like Boomer brought it right through. The names, everything, the birth dates.
Why ain't he driving this?
Like that stuff ain't easy to just come from your head, man.
That's how Christopher came through. He died at age 5, but dream he was older, teen, early adulthood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Swan had a friend who had a child pass away at a young age in a fire.
Aww.
And the child came through to his mother as a teen some years later. So she said, thanks all. I guess I will wait for a dream. Usually a dream will come when there's some kind of significant change in your life and they want to make contact with you because of something else.
Exactly, yeah.
Another family member about to pass or did pass or something like that.
Yeah.
Lady Swan said, "Nut mother, he came through me. Okay. Ashley just went live with a Weave support to 3K.
Nice. And congrats with Enki losing spondylitis with the 3K subs.
Oh, she hit 3K.
Yeah.
I haven't even hit 300.
Well, congratulations for being on the panel.
I hit 1.8. Well, just over it, but
yeah, my theory on the whole on the waiting for a dream to come is you can't wait for it. It's got to be unexpected. It's got to be. It's kind of like a watched pot never boils. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to come when you least expect it to. It's when you're not waiting for it to happen, and it's going to come out of the blue. You're not going to see it coming. You're not going to expect it to be coming. You're not even going to be thinking about it, and that's when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Can being tormented or abused before death cause the spirit to linger around?
I was wondering that too. Like, I've never known for them to do that, but I've known for a lot of them to turn the other way instead of the good way.
Well, I mean, there's so many different variations of that question. I mean, you know, if it's somebody that's captured somebody, held them in a basement, and tortured them to death,
yeah,
are they going to hang around and then haunt that person that tortured them?
Yeah,
it depends on the personality of the person. If they're one of those people that would be like, forgive and forget, and bless you, and on I go, or you son of a bitch, I'm going to get you back for this, you know, kind of, you know what I mean? And so it's I guess it would all depend on the personality of the person that's being tormented and abused before death.
Yeah.
I mean, are they a vindictive sort, or are they the Christian type that, you know, even though you tormented me in life, I'll forgive you after death, and I'm on to heaven and bless you. You know, God be with you, kind of thing. You know, it's like it can go 50-50 there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of haunted locations with
story in that nature. That's odd. I've never seen a location like that, though.
Well, I mean,
usually
there's
it's
different kinds of torment too. I mean, they could be tormented by their own guilt, or they could be tormented by a bully. You know what I mean? It could be something they did, maybe not on purpose. It could be something that they're, you know, got into a car accident and somebody died, and they're tormented with the thought that, okay, I killed somebody. Maybe it wasn't on purpose, but, you know, living their life in torments of how do I know, you know?
Yep, exactly.
Does it's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, dude, I can tell you a story that was told to me by my mother about my great aunt. And she lived in a house that had a poltergeist, a very, very, very angry one. She moved into this house and things started happening, you know, lights coming on, going off, doors opening and shutting. And she had all of her boxes upstairs one day, and I guess this thing did not want her living there. It threw all of her boxes from an upstairs bedroom down the stairs.
Wow.
And she used to have two big mastiffs, and one of them got tore apart out front on her front porch. They say it was a mountain lion, but she doesn't believe so. She ended up moving out of that house quick. There was all kinds of just weird things going on.
Yeah, like I've heard of poltergeist activity in that, doing that to animals before.
I think the last time I heard something like that, it had something to do with horses, and the horses were being attacked.
Yeah, by the entity itself.
By some kind of entity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally just tore the dog apart. There wasn't a whole lot left. There was a lot of blood everywhere, but not much dog left.
Wow.
Some people say, oh, it was just a mountain lion.
It
not on a big
mountain lion. It could have been, I mean,
with everything else going on.
Could have been a bear too. I mean, bear will tear up a dog real quick.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
It just kind of depends on what region she was in as to what kind of animal would be around there. But then again, it could be something paranormal as well.
That was West Virginia.
Oh, was it West Virginia?
Yeah, right on the river.
So not too far from me.
Wow.
I lived in West Virginia on the other side of the river, and I lived in a place called Wolf Run. I don't know why they called it that, because we didn't have wolves in that area. We got coyotes. We got there for a while, there was some wild dogs that had gotten loose, and they was running wild in packs. And then there were coyotes, but I can remember even as a kid, old timers around there talking about the Black Panther in the area, and they had seen the Black Panther in up some of the side hollers from where I lived. And I can remember being like 6 years old and hearing them tell stories and stuff like that of the Black Panther down in that area.
Oh, there's a good question. What are your thoughts on haunted dolls like Robert the Doll or Annabelle?
I'm not so sure about Annabelle there. They're creepy looking, but I've not seen anything manifest itself inside of a doll. I'm not saying it can't happen. I just don't. I have my doubts on those.
Well, you know that the Amish believe that when they give their children dolls, the dolls do not have faces, because when you give a doll a face, it gives it a personality, and things can attach to it. When there's no personality to the doll and it doesn't have a face, that's why when you see the Amish dolls, it's got a bonnet, but it has no face.
It's also part of the whole vanity thing with the Amish.
Yep. When you give it a face, it gives it a personality, and it can be vain. It has a whole attitude. It can take on attributes. It can store a soul inside of it.
Yep. I'm sorry.
And that's like the Indian legends of being, photographed. Or even the Amish, they don't like to be photographed because it thinks it traps your soul in a photo. You can steal their soul with a photograph.
Yep. Well, that's I do believe in Annabelle the doll and Robert.
I believe in Annabelle.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to research the whole Annabelle thing more. Like, I mean, it's now coming to light that the whole Amityville thing was embellished a lot by the guys that was writing the book.
Yeah. In
order to sell.
For the movie okay.
Else. So, but the original story of the DeFeos and the whole, it's coming to light that maybe it wasn't just him that killed the family. The sister had something to do with it too. And she actually killed one of the family members and then ran out of the house, got away. There was more than one person there. They're saying that there might have been 3 people there. They've actually found the actual rifle along with a pistol where Robert DeFeo said that he had thrown the guns in the tributary of the river or whatever. Behind the boathouse or in that area. They actually did diving. They actually found a revolver and the gun. And so there's a lot of discrepancies to the story compared to the book with Amityville. And, the Warrens had a lot to do with the book. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, a lot of that stuff was embellished to raise the sales of the book at the time.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I couldn't tell you what the credibility is of, Annabelle the doll or any of that. I'd have to see it for myself. I'd have to see it.
Yeah, I would too. Like,
can you guys give some explanation of spirits or demons defying science, such as a painting not burning or lights turning on with no power source?
Like I said, I've seen a light go through a house, in a house with no electricity, no water, nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, the whole meter box was gone.
Yep. I've seen where it looked like the whole house was lit up, and then you get close and there's nothing.
Yeah.
But from a distance, it looked like the whole place was lit up, and there was a party going on.
Exactly.
I've seen lighthouses lights that had no power, and the lighthouse light was on. I've seen just different things like that. You know, I mean, like, as far as like explaining spirits or demons,
yeah,
you know, spirits are something that was born unto this world. A demon was never born at all.
Yeah, a demonic never existed on Earth, whereas the actual spirit was an actual person on Earth.
Now, a painting not burning, I mean,
be sprayed with flame retardant.
It you know, there's all kinds of different pigments and things, and some there's pigments and stuff that are, you know, that won't burn, and then there's ones that are flammable, you know.
Well, there's been, you know, historic reports about paintings that are cursed and everything that just won't burn, no matter what they do. You know, they've been through fires and they've come out unscathed.
Have you heard of the Crying Boy painting? No, I have not.
I have not either. Am I going to do some research on that painting? Yes, I am. I don't know. It's just odd, man. Like some of the stuff.
Singing "Rolling on the River."
rolling, 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 rolling on a river. I got it in my head now. Thanks, Rachel. It's a good song, though.
There's a lot of things that in this world that you just can't explain. She's an Amish girl, no face doll.
Sunbonnet Sue.
Yep. But I mean, spontaneous human combustion.
Yeah.
What causes it? No one knows. Is it real? No one knows.
No one knows. That's one that's an
they tried burning it and it wouldn't burn. I've seen times where they've tried to burn Ouija boards and they didn't burn.
Yeah. I have too.
You want to know how to burn a Ouija board? Get a plasma cutter.
Yep.
You put up anything against the heat of the sun, it's going to burn.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know, Ghost. I might call this now. It's been a while.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. It's been fun.
I want to thank
everybody
for coming tonight. Everybody in the chat, Maximilian, Farm Boy 45, Rachel M, James and Vesper for Modern, Lady Swan, Kyoko.
Yeah.
Who else we have in here? Life with Ankylosing Spondylitis. Weaves was in here. All the people that was in here at the beginning. We had some big timers in here tonight. We had.
Oh yeah.
There was Dad Perfect 123. I didn't even know he was in here tonight.
Yep.
Cook's Production Studios, Madison Ernst, Tom Sargi, Lunatic Dad, Boomer Rock. A lot of people.
You're welcome, Kyoko.
Hey, Ghost, next time you head up to the penitentiary, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think the next time I want to go over to Coshocton to Prospect Place.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
I'd like to go deep into West Virginia and hit that the asylum that they used for Silent Hill.
Oh, that's not in West Virginia.
Oh,
well,
Rachel.
The asylum that they used. I don't know what
the asylum that they based it off, the hospital that they based that off. It's based off one abandoned one in West Virginia.
Well, the original movie Silent Hill was based off the video game. The video game was based off a town in Pennsylvania called Centralia, where the town would burn their garbage, and the garbage lit a coal vein, and the fire went down underground. It's been burning underground for over 40 years underneath Centralia, Pennsylvania. And that's where you get all the smoke and the ash coming up.
By Kyoko.
The whole town is abandoned.
Yeah, well, I think it's